It's like, there's a piece of land, swim for it. Here's a gun.
That he
And then just left. Yeah, he hadn't loaded. And then you just sailed away, and they're like, that was sweet vengeance. And that's why you decided to.
Everybody just looks at each other.
Star's vengeance.
Death.
Star's vengeance. Yeah, some of the crew probably vote for that. Hey, what you doing? All right, so.
So we're just transferring everything out.
What's the call? I don't know. What's the call? It's going to have to be actually a voted thing, but I'm going to let you guys decide what the crew decide. Because you could decide to try to repair the ship.
If it's going to take weeks to repair, I don't think we'll have that long.
No. How much supplies do they have?
Tons. But it would take, you could probably unload the ship in 4 or 5 hours. Put everything on board the other one. And then you can always come back for Sweet Vengeance later, too, if need be. Or you could have the Master Carpenters start to work.
Yeah.
There are still a couple hundred men out there in the jungle somewhere, so assuming you guys are going to have a few people on guard duty, or like go out maybe a couple hundred yards
Yeah,
and
I
just kind of
actually
keep an eye on
want
the jungle.
those cannons that are pointing at the trail, I want to put loaded with frigate.
Oh yeah, okay, they're loaded with grape shot, that's a good idea. There's also a dozen 12-pounders in the stockade pointing out mostly towards the sea, but a few are pointed in towards the jungle as well. None of them are loaded, but there's tons of ammunition and shot in the stockade, so.
All of those were probably sitting in at least for the night, so.
What do you think we should do, Collin?
What do you think I should do?
Make an Ashton make all
Wait,
the
what time?
choices.
What,
I know.
You said
that's
it's like in the evening when we first.
It would be
got-
it would be after dark by the time the ship is careened and guards are set. Ashton has had
How long have we been on the ship?
the what? Sweet Vengeance?
Yes.
3 or 4 months. You set sail from England in total. You set sail from England. It's probably a month or 2 journey across the Atlantic. You've dealt with the guy. You've been in, we'll say 6 months total. We'll say it was a 3-month journey across the Atlantic. You've been on Sweet Vengeance for 3 months. Yeah, you're attached to the ship,
Yeah.
but it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
You have to leave it here for a while and return for it later too, is what the Master Carpenter says. And again, if you're not taking the entire crew, whatever you can spare, or if you're not, I don't know. Some of the crewmen are like, we gotta get the gold statue, you know, that kind of shit. Because they know about that. They didn't necessarily know about the, 100,000 pieces of 8 or whatever.
Yeah.
They don't know about that yet, because that was just between you
And
three.
the statue's cursed. Either.
Melt it down. Anyway,
Oh,
100,000.
The people-
That's much.
they're anxious to at least go see, some of them are anxious to go see if they can get the statue. I mean, it's not like you have to run up and grab it, but who knows, maybe.
like that guy said.
How much are you telling the crew? How about that? Of what?
I don't want to
Just
tell.
like-
I don't want to tell them. They heard about the statue.
They heard about the statue because that was why you, that rumor kind of spread from some of the other officers that were in what you guys talking.
Well, Cromwell took.
I want to meet. I want to meet in I guess my quarters.
The Spanish captain mentioned gold, but he never put numbers on it.
But he said that Cromwell took all of it though with him.
Yeah, everything. Everything came off of the Spanish ship. Are you talking about the Corsican?
Yeah.
The Corsican said that Cromwell took the pieces of 8,
He took all the gold. He took the statue and.
and that's it.
Went. Okay.
The inside the Stars of Right is still all the spices, tea, the stuff, silver. There's
Well, there's a few of the jewels.
There's bars of silver and there's jewels. So it's a good haul. 100,000 pieces of 8 is a better haul.
Yeah.
And 1,000-pound
I want to meet.
statue.
I want to meet with the officers
Yeah, okay, you can.
because they don't know about that.
Right. Right. The crew know about the statue, and that's it.
You gotta bring Phil too.
No, except for Philip.
Not Philip. You're not bringing Glasgow.
Little Phil.
He needs to look after other stuff.
The Master Carpenter, if you're going to have him start working on the ship, he would prefer to get going on it. Well, shit. No, he won't. No, they'll wait till morning. Everybody's exhausted from the battle.
I want everything transferred first.
Okay, you could do that overnight. The crew could actually get that done by morning.
Yeah, I want everything transferred and then he can begin his work.
Okay. There's also a lot of people screaming as they're dying and shit, and, drinking rum, trying to stave off the pain, blah, blah. You could It suggested that those guys be taken to the stockade, you know, and maybe more comfortable, like away from where we're sleeping.
Yeah.
Maybe we can make a little tent in general. Anyway, what's the plan? What do you guys want to do? Overall.
Yeah.
Are we going after the gold, or are we gonna get this other ship ready and leave?
Everything's being transferred by morning. Is the plan.
Yeah.
So you got that going at least.
Well, the thing is, like, once we get the ship ready, it's ready to leave whenever we are, so.
Right. Yeah. There's some superficial damage from the grape shot, but there's something damage.
What I'd actually probably.
No, almost fuck up shit. Not so much, but.
What I actually might prefer is once like everything's transferred, I want the Stars Are Right to be back at sea, and then the men come back on longboat.
What do you mean at sea?
Like it's on the beach now, right?
No. Sweet Vengeance is on the beach because it's all fucked up.
Oh, okay.
The Stars Are Right is sitting in the bay.
All right. So it's
It and you guys can turn it so it's facing out, so it's ready to go.
Yep.
By morning, the Stars Are Right will be ready to go once you have enough crewmen on board, and that's about it. Yeah. And yeah, there's quite a bit of exotic stuff down in the hold when you guys go down and look. Exotic woods, spices, that kind of stuff.
Nothing alive, right?
No. Silver bars. Jewelry was kept in the captain's cabin. There's also some other cabins. I don't know if you guys wanted to examine them yet.
Yeah, I'll give this a check. Quartermaster.
Well, you were having your meeting with the officers first, so we'll do that, and then you can look at the other cabins, and I'll give you. There's 2 other cabins.
I mean, the Stars Are Right is ready to go.
Yes. It's an East Indiaman. She has really big guns.
Yeah. So it can't hurt to go look and see if we can get some more gold.
Kermit, fine with that.
Well, how many men are we bringing with us?
Oh, whoa.
How many are we leaving back here to man the cannons and man the ship?
How many men does it take to carry 100,000 pieces of ink?
If they're in chests, not too many. You could take 50 men. Or even 100, and leave 50 for the carpenter, master carpenter, to work on the Sweet Vengeance.
How many people does he want?
Any as you can afford, to be quite honest. We'd like to keep some on guard duty in case any of the other guys come back, but otherwise as many men as you can afford, because he needs guys to cut trees, fashion new boards and planks. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
So you guys have to decide. Of your 163s, is that how many we said we had left of the crew, not including 2 officers? How many are you going to leave with the carpenter here? How many are you going to leave on the Stars Are Right? If you want to get out of hell, get out fast. And how many are you taking with you? So 162 is your total of just able-bodied seamen.
Yeah. How many does it take to sail the ship at minimum?
So that's like basically switching ships.
Minimum crew is 35. You can run it with 35 men.
Okay. Yeah.
Up in the rigging and...
Yeah.
The 12-pound guns are bigger than yours, so it takes a 5-man crew for each gun minimum. You guys have 4-man crews on your 9-pound guns.
How many longbows do we have?
Probably a couple on each ship. So you have 3 total right now.
How many can a longbow hold?
10 probably.
Okay.
You can cram 20 in it in like an emergency.
Yeah.
Also, do you want to move? You've taken all the food out of Sweet Vengeance. Do you want to take the cannon off that ship as well? A lot of decisions to make. Come on, step up, guys. I know. What time do you have to leave?
I'd be home by 7, so maybe 6:30-ish.
How many guns was the Stars Are Right missing, or was it missing any?
No, none.
No, they were just all.
No, you guys hit them with grape shot. So
How much are they worth?
the guns,
Yeah.
quite a bit.
Yeah.
I don't have a dollar amount, but
Well, we could take our 9-pounders and just sell those off.
yeah.
Later.
Or even yeah. Or yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let's just strip this weekend.
Okay. So that'll take overnight. Running numbers.
I know. I know. No.
162 men.
It's 35 men for the ship.
Yep.
So you just want to send 35 to the Stars Are Right? Have
At
35
least.
men on board,
At
ready to
least.
take off whenever you want.
The thing is, like, we have to think about, like, getting, like, longboats and stuff for this, right?
Yeah, you could bring all the longboats on shore and just have them on shore.
He said you could cram 20
You
in
can
those.
cram
That's still
20 if
60
you
people
really, really
going at a
want.
time.
Yeah. At a time.
And how many do we have?
Plus, keep in mind, it can take 20 minutes to get a sailing ship on, even just started underway. So, if something comes roaring through the jungle, it's going to murder everybody. If it can reach the Stars Are Right with any speed, you're not going to have that ship underway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
that doesn't make any difference. No matter how many people you have on board, right?
Right.
Okay.
It takes a while to get a sailing ship underway. It just does. You have to get the sails going. It's just a lot of work.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, I wouldn't worry too much. If you have people on shore and like all the monsters in the world show up, even if you get them on board the Stars Are Right, it's still going to take a long time to get moving. So, 127. You have 127 left if you put 35 men on the Stars Are Right.
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
not doing that.
Okay, then what are you doing with the rest of them? Come on, Collin. Make
Just
suggestions.
say leave another 20 or 30 on shore to man those.
Yeah.
Man the stockade.
Stockade or the guns that are pointed up
The
the
guns
track?
at the stockade.
Okay, so how many? 20 or 30? 27? That'd be a nice round number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
27.
Maybe 100 men to play with. What do you want to do with the last 100? How many are going with you? How many are going to stay and work on Sweet Vengeance?
I feel like it's not worth it.
Well, you could leave it for now
Yeah.
and just
We'll come
take
back.
take 100 men with you.
Yeah, because Cromwell
Sweet
took-
Vengeance is stripped. You can even take the sails and all
Yeah.
the ropes and all the rigging. You can pretty much strip it of everything except for the hull and the masts and transfer everything over.
You gotta remember Cromwell took about, what, 200 men with him?
200. Okay.
So we're gonna
So
need
you're gonna take
a lot
100?
of people.
All right. I'm assuming they're all armed with muskets and pistols and cutlasses.
Yep.
And so the next morning you made this decision. People are exhausted, but they can catch cat naps, and you guys are going to head into the jungle. Dun dun dun! Yay! The plot train continues. Woo woo!
We just take off on the ship. See ya.
You could have.
I know.
I try to make it at least enticing.
I know.
100,000 frickin' pieces of meat
100,000.
and a damn statue that weighs 1,000 pounds. Holy shit!
Like, if it was just a statue, I'd be like, nah, fuck it. That statue's cursed. I don't want no part of
Just
that.
melt it down.
No. That's not how that works.
Oh, the curse ship comes out.
Then all the pieces that you make out of it are all cursed.
That's
And
okay.
then-
Just give them to the Spain.
That's what the first Pirates of the Caribbean came
Fuck
from.
those
Yeah.
guys. Dun, dun, dun. Oh no! I don't know what year Pirates of the Caribbean took place. Does anybody know?
Probably sometime after this.
Because Cutthroat Island actually said Port Royal, Jamaica, 1668, and I was like, that is awesome. I didn't realize it was a year before this scenario until I watched the movie.
I have no idea what.
It was
Yeah,
so
like
cool.
plays out.
Okay, so off you go into the jungle. It is a wide path. It looks like the trail is old, but the path around it's newer, just trampled by lots of feet and smashed down. And you travel. That's approximately 10 miles. Okay. You travel a couple miles when you spot several bodies hanging from the trees ahead. What do you do? Just Just trying to find out what year Pirates of the Caribbean actually took place. That's going to be tough. Because they're going to tell you the year it was actually made.
Well, yeah, but then there's a big VHS.
Where are we at? 15 minutes. Alright, what do you want to do, Collin? Captain's distracted.
Go examine the bodies.
You and your crewmen head forward. They look like they are Spanish sailors. They all died of choking, as far as like they were hung, but they weren't like dropped and snapped. They have swollen tongues, distorted, blackened faces. It's pretty terrible. Make a sanity check. You too, Captain Whitewall.
Yep.
You made it. It's 0 points if you made it, because you've seen terrible things before. This looks like a dozen men were just basically had nooses put around their necks, lines were pulled up, and they were left hanging in the trees to die. It's still pretty awful. And some of the crew are pretty upset, and you head on deeper into the jungle. Okay, so you continue the jungle a couple more miles. You notice a man sitting on the trail and he uses a tree on the wide trodden path ahead. What do you do?
Send a couple of men to check on him.
Okay. They go up, muskets at ready, and then they wave you off forward. It proves to be another Spaniard. This one has a bullet in his chest. He's leaning against a tree. He's obviously been dead. He looks like he's practically starving too. I mean, he was already all like littered up just about. Very strange.
That's not an exact year. It says between 1720 and 1750.
Oh, see, that's pretty far later. See, I picked early in the Golden Age of piracy for you guys in case this is real popular and you want to play again, you would have a chance. And I wanted Port Royal to actually be a Buccaneer haven, and later on it's not. It's very much anti-pirate. A little further on, there's a large palm tree on the side of the path that has like a scratch on it. And it looks like there's some gold in the scratch, like something was scratched that was made of gold. It's kind of interesting, the tree is very dead. Make it that much you will. And 2 miles past like the Spanish dead bodies, you guys spot something crouched in the jungle. It's very tall, maybe 10 foot tall. There's actually overgrowth all over it, so maybe it's a statue. And you spot, it looks like that. It's terribly old. It's made of basalt. It's roughly 10 feet tall, and it depicts the crouched form of some kind of man with the head of a squid and malformed and shrunken wings on its back. If it were not sitting at 5 feet tall. Sanity check. The crewmen are very disturbed by this.
No.
Nose! Awesome. I get to make some letters. Collin? 3. Ashton? 2. The fuck is that thing? It's awful. And you keep moving on.
Well, that was weird.
That's right. That's right.
Ew! Oh well.
That gold.
This is where you reach the hills, where the hills are kind of rising up above you and seem to be like towering over you. And also at that point you see a face in the jungle, and this is a real person. It's a very ugly woman. She's got dark skin. She wears only a loincloth. She has wide eyes and a wide mouth, skin that appears scaly and dry, and she breathes very heavily.
And how far away is she?
She's fairly close because she kind of came out of the jungle near where you guys were walking. Everybody kind of stops. Your crewmen, aim guns at her and that kind of thing. But you're guessing she might be one of the natives of the island. She's just.
She hasn't noticed us?
No, she noticed. She came out of the jungle towards you.
Oh.
And now she just stopped and she's just like staring at you with these really big eyes that barely ever blink.
I found you guys such a fish stuff.
What's y'all's appearance?
10.
11.
Ooh, Collin, she's like. She kind of starts to move over towards you in this hopping gait. It doesn't appear to be threatening. I mean, she doesn't have any weapons. She's only wearing a loincloth. She's kind of coming over towards you, like, she's breathing heavy. It's
a froggy woman.
It is. She is kind of a froggy woman. She gets up close to you, and she tries to, like, take your arm. She's trying to, like...
Oh, like, tell me to...
She's trying to, like, lead you towards the jungle.
Like, off the path, or...
Yeah, off the path.
I'm gonna draw my cutlass.
There's several crewmen are aiming muskets at her right now.
I'm still gonna draw my cutlass.
Okay,
I'm somewhere near him.
You can, yeah, you're pretty close to him. She's just trying to get you to come with.
What direction is she leading us? Like,
it would be kind of like
going,
or as you were walking, it would be kind of to your right.
So like
that's the side where she kind of came out of the jungle.
More toward where that village thing.
Yeah, she's breathing really heavily.
I'm not going by myself.
Well, she's not like it's not like she grabs you and drives you. She's kind of like trying to encourage you.
Shoot.
Guess maybe we should.
She starts to like rub your arm.
Okay.
And she's like
her,
pushing
Come on, let's go.
She kind of pushes just punch her. She's kind of pushing up against you now.
Yeah, let's just.
So you kind of shove her off and walk away. Okay. She tries to summon the crew, but they kind of shove her off too. They look a little unnerved by her appearance, which is very ugly. She's very, very ugly. Okay. As it travels in the hills, you start seeing these like you start to see like cracked and broken flagstones on the ground. Most of them are worn smooth, but sometimes there's been steps carved in rocks, really old steps. You see markers along the path, apparently. They are unadorned. And then at one point, you see several statues of stylized heads alongside the path. Here's an illustration. Looks something like that. They're like the heads and upper bodies. They're lacking shoulders or torsos or anything like that. They're made of basalt. They depict strong-faced men, usually with goatees with no mustaches or beards, wearing elaborate headdresses. They're dotted along the roadside, and you guys can each make me an idea check.
No.
No. Okay. There you go. You see them, and there they are.
I don't care about them.
Okay,
We're
keep
here
walking.
for gold.
Okay, you keep walking.
That doesn't look like gold.
That doesn't look like gold. Alright.
That looks like
you're moving through
statues,
these tall hills. When you hear a voice from nearby about 15-20 minutes after seeing these statues, and it sounds like it's someone speaking in a strange language you've never heard before, coming from the jungle somewhere. It's very strange sounding.
But we don't see anything.
No, you're looking that way, you don't see anything.
Yeah, keep going.
Keep going, okay. You keep going. Some of the pirates are looking as they go by. Just keep going.
Let's not investigate.
Woo! Pathfinder in the tall hills. Blah, 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 blah. Statues. Here we go. You reach a rise that then goes down the other side, and you see, though overgrown with jungle plants and trees, the top of the next hill, partially obscured by fog or clouds, is obviously covered in great buildings, the likes of which you've never seen before. Huge stone ruins shrouded in vines and greenery are obvious from a vantage point. Even a ruined gatehouse and wall are partially visible. More prevalent, however, is what appears to be a great stone temple with an impossibly high tower on the top of it where the trail leads to. You haven't just found a lost temple, you found an entire lost city.
Wow.
There is like the road area that you've been on, you see more flagstones and stuff, leads up to these gates. But like the trampled path that was part of it leads over to this large building, which appears to be outside of broken walls. Dun, dun, dun. What are you doing? Where are you going? What's going on? Wake up, Ashton. Drink more caffeine, walk around. Come on, we're almost there. Almost time to kill everybody.
I got a game after that.
That's not my fault. You've done by 6, I hope. Probably.
I got 4 hours. I'm fine.
Yep.
I was very restless because I kept like,